Yo, what is going on, guys? My name's Greg, and welcome to the Quick Revive podcast. This is a podcast that I started with my friend Wilbo. Say what's up, dude.
What's going on, man? How you feeling? How you going?
I'm doing pretty good. So, explain what you do on your channel, why you want to be on the podcast, all that sort of stuff.
Well, I mainly do zombies. Just what I do on my channel is zombies. It's in the title on my name. It's Wilbur HDs, Call of Duty Zombies and more. That's what I do. I like doing challenges. I like doing high rounds. I like doing just fun with other people. So, once Black Ops 3 comes out, there's going to be a lot of collabs on my channel. So, that's just kind of what I do.
Yeah, and as you guys know, everyone that's on my channel, I post zombies because it's really enjoyable for me. It's what I find really, really fun. So that's pretty much the main reason why I'm doing it. And Willow's, we met from zombies, kind of, I guess. And
Yeah,
then
you
we
could say
kind of
that.
just hit it off, and now we're pretty good friends. So I
Yeah.
thought it'd be cool because he doesn't have the most subscribers. So if you guys are on my channel, go check him out, show him some love. His challenges are really, really entertaining. He posts high quality videos. Like, it's not, I don't make podcasts with people who don't make good videos. That's just like number one concern when I do stuff like this. So seriously, guys, go check him out. So
Yeah.
basically, the concept behind this is there's really no YouTubers that have a zombie based podcast. Like, you can say the Smith Plays does, and he always has like friends that are zombie YouTubers and stuff on his channel. Sorry about that. And
Yeah.
I just think it's like really cool if we try to focus more on the zombie side of things for zombie YouTubers and also for zombie players, because there's so many, especially with Black Ops 3. It's going to be expanding a ton, and I think it's a perfect time to start this podcast. So we are going to have guests and everything like that. Like, it's not just going to be me and him the
Oh
whole
yeah, yeah.
time.
It's not just gonna be us. It's gonna be maybe a guest every week. And if we can't get a guest on, we can just do me and Greg. So that's fine.
Yeah, and like, you guys know me, I ramble on, so it's not too much of a challenge. But I do have connections to a lot of bigger zombie YouTubers, so they're definitely gonna come on, and we'll try to get them on and everything like that, which will make this really, really entertaining for a lot of people, not
Mm.
just like you guys. So hopefully they'll like shout it out on their channels and all that, so we can get more viewers for the actual podcast every week. So.
Yeah. No, yeah, of course, that'd be pretty good.
So another interesting thing is Wilbo's from Australia. So
Yeah.
I'm from the United States. So having the best time to record this isn't always available. So just bear with us. We're gonna try to keep it consistent, but there might be some times where we upload like a day late or something like that, because I'm sure there's going to be something coming up that will happen. And same thing with even during Black Ops 3.
Mm.
We're going to be grinding the game when it starts, so there might be times where we are not able to record right away. But this is definitely something we want to continue through Black Ops 3, and
Oh hell yes, like I'm down.
it's going to be fun. So,
Yeah. So I think we'll get into a few topics. That'd be pretty good to start off the podcast. We'll give you a quick description of what it is. It's going to be a weekly podcast, and we're just going to be talking about random stuff about the zombies community, about zombies in general, mainly Black Ops 3. If a DLC comes out, there it is. We're going to be talking about that, just anything. And sometimes it might not even be zombies, it might be something about YouTube or streaming or making videos or even something about Twitter. You never know. So it's mainly focused on the zombies community and it's for the zombies community. So, that's a little bit of information about that.
yeah, who, what, where, when, why.
Yeah, of course. All right, so I think we'll get into a few topics.
All right, so what did you want to talk about first?
Well, I really wanted to talk about the Shadows of Evil intro cutscene that was released or, shown on YouTube a
Yes, the
few
most
days
recent
back.
one. Yeah.
I just thought I'd like to talk about that because I really haven't talked to anyone
Okay, what
about
was
that.
your initial reaction?
Well, um,
You
oh,
posted a
what was it?
video, right?
Oh yeah, I posted a video. I did a reaction. I think. Yeah, I did a reaction, and people on my channel enjoy my reaction videos. So I did one on the Giant, and now I thought I'd do one on the Shadows of Evil. Actually, just watching that for the first time, I thought, wow, this is more detailed with the characters. Because as you know, we don't have. Well, we do have the original four characters in Black Ops 3, but We don't have it full time.
Yeah.
Um, but we now have these new characters, and we didn't really know anything about them. And I think you're doing a character bio on them. Am I correct?
Yeah, I kind of started it. Haven't really dove into it because I just haven't had time really. I
Yeah.
definitely do want to talk about the characters in this actually. So, um, my initial reaction was it was really cool. Like obviously we had this previous trailer before, which all the this main trailer had just had segments in that old one.
Yeah.
So we kind of got to
Mm.
see more of what was actually going on. Some things that I thought were actually a weapon turned out not to be one, and which was cool as well. So there's
Yeah,
definitely a
that's
lot of
cool.
stuff.
Yeah. So, what was your reaction on that trailer? What do you think
Um,
about it?
okay, so I thought it was really cool. I
Mm.
liked how th- the Shadowman kind of explained everything afterwards.
Oh yeah,
After
that
going
was
through,
very detailed.
and I liked how they had like phone calls for all of them. It was like
Mm.
phone calls, talking, and kind of explaining the situation a little bit more. I'm sure there's going to be so much more details that we'll find out once we actually get to play it.
Mm.
I think that the story is going to be very, very complex. There's going to be so much more than we can even imagine from just these trailers. Like we have a basic concept of the characters, but there's going to be so much more dialogue. There's going to be basically we have to do different not quests, but like um, I don't know how to explain it. Basically, we're gonna have to do different stuff for every character, which is cool.
Yeah.
And one thing that I noticed, and I don't know if this is actually gonna be a thing or not, but when they all got drugged at the end, they were in different
Yeah.
areas. Maybe
Yeah.
that's how it starts out. So like, if you're playing four characters, everyone else is like spread apart, and you actually have to
That
like
would
find it because that would be crazy. We've never
that
really
would be
seen that
so
before,
cool.
except for like splitting in half. So that would be
Mm.
actually really cool because you'd actually have to make your way around the map and try to find them while zombies are coming at you. Another thing is like with the whole train thing, like traveling, there's different
Yeah.
sectors. There's like four or five different like sectors, or maybe even more than that within this one map because it takes place in Morgue City. So there's so much they could do with this, I think, and I think it's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be a
like of
great
course.
map that is gonna take probably over a month to play and like really understand everything that's going on in the map and really learn the
Mm.
map because there's gonna be a lot of stuff, and this is what I love about zombies the most is like learning the lore of the map and like learning how everything interacts and why this is there and why that is there, and I just think it looks really awesome.
Mm. See, like I'm gonna step in here now, and I'm gonna say that first off, I really think that you know how like the saying that it's massive, it's really a big like map to play,
Hmm.
as you were saying before. I think they're gonna do the same thing they did with Transit. I know Transit's not the best map, but just taking Transit and thinking, you know, they had what bus depot, town, what else, farm. You know, they had those three maps, which altogether was Transit. So I think they're gonna do that with Shadows of Evil. Like I'm hoping they do because I actually enjoyed doing that because some people didn't like Transit, so they'll go and do town or they'll go and do farm,
I just
and
didn't
yeah,
like
they'll
the
wait for the
fire in
bosses.
general, so that's why I don't like transit, but
Mm.
that's
And the
me.
fog.
That's honestly most of the zombies community. They just don't like transit at all or any of the maps that have to do with it.
Yeah, yeah, of course. It's just Transit wasn't it was not a good map. Like if you think about it, Black Ops 1 had Kino de Toten for the first map, I believe.
And
That was fun.
5
Everyone played the
and Dead
and 5
Ops.
Dead Ops, and apparently Dead Ops 2 will be
Yes.
I was gonna say returning, but I'd say is coming to Black Ops
It's
2
gonna be
3,
something you
sorry.
open in the terminal in the
Oh
safe
yeah.
house.
That's gonna be sick.
Yeah, I'm pumped. And the
I'm so
silverback
pumped
is
for that.
back in it.
Yeah?
I think it's like the main one now because I think the one in Black Ops 1 was the silverback's like brother or something.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't really remember all the details, but the silverback's like the monkey gorilla dude.
Yeah. I'm also thinking, what about Wonder Weapons, man? Like, this is another topic. What about Wonder Weapons? Are we gonna get the Wonder Waff? Are we getting that, or are we getting
Okay.
the ray gun? You know?
This is what my opinion is. we need a new ray gun every game,
Mm.
in my
Oh
opinion.
yes,
I don't know,
totally agreed with you.
not necessarily from the start, but they added in the ray gun Mark II towards the
Very.
later end of. I think it came out when Mob of the Dead came out.
No, it was buried, I believe.
Buried, so that's the third map, right?
And
Yeah,
then you could get all and then you could get
yeah,
all the you get the Raygun Mark II in Nuketown, Town, and all the
yeah. And then
other
they
past
added it to
maps.
the standard maps, which is cool. I think that they're probably going to do the same thing. I think that there's a possibility that they will have wonder weapons added in as DLC, but not necessarily something you'll have to pay for. It's just going to be added in to the maps. So even if you only have the standard maps, you can still use those guns. I would really like to see a ray gun Mark III,
Mm.
and when you pack a puncher, you get dual wield. I think that'd be a really, really cool idea.
That would be sick.
That'd
I
be
actually saw a
really cool.
teaser of. Sorry, I'm just bringing something up. I saw a teaser of the Raygun Mark III, as they would say, quote unquote. They would say the Mark III. Um, in the trailer, the live action trailer about the Call of Duty cadets or something like that, or soldiers,
Okay.
if you can remember that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was all over YouTube, all over Twitter, and it was just a little image on like a wall. That's really all it was. But people, they had they went ballistic about that.
Yeah, there was even something about the Call of Duty endowment, and
Yeah,
like
that was it. That was it.
yeah, it had the picture on the wall, and everyone thought, "Oh man, it's a new wonder weapon." It probably wasn't, honestly.
No.
They kind of just put that there because it happened the same thing with Black Ops 2. It looked pretty similar to that video as well.
Yeah.
But they're always going to be adding in new wonder weapons. We're going to see new ones for the maps. They're going to bring back old ones. That's just how it is. But
Mhm.
unfortunately, like in Black Ops 2, they didn't have the Wonder Waff. They didn't have the Shrink Ray, the JB, whatever it's called, from
What was
Shangri-La,
Black Ops
which
One?
is
Yeah.
personally my favorite wonder weapon. I don't know about you. They didn't have the
It
Thunder
was a
Gun.
fun it was a fun wonder weapon if you think about
Yeah.
it. Like
No, it's so
it's
you
a wonder weapon that you can do for shits and gigs.
why would you not want to kick baby zombies?
Yeah,
Like
I know, right?
that's the question right there. But I just think that they need to bring more back, and with Doris or yeah, Doris coming back, the giant
The
is what it
giant,
means
yeah.
in German. It's gonna be cool to see if they do have the Wonder Waff and those maps that are, like normally it came with it. But this is actually the third time we're seeing it, so
Mm.
I'm sure there's gonna be more guns added in. And also
Oh,
one
how it
other
is.
thing in the Shadows of Evil first trailer, they had the Type 100, which was on
Mm.
Doris as well. So maybe that's making a return. I know I would really like to see some other guns come back, and I know people have made videos about this, but like the PPSH is personally my favorite zombies gun ever, and it's almost one of those things like you don't want to bring it back and have it suck and ruin it.
Mm.
So it's kind of a question of if they are doing that with the previous Wonder Weapons. They don't want to ruin the reputation of them, which is understandable, but I think that that is really what makes zombies so fun is having those really good guns that you've always enjoyed. Um,
That you can play for hours with and not get
yeah.
bored. I
So
mean,
that was a ramble and a half. I'm sorry, but
if it's all right, if you ask the zombies community and you go, favorite weapon of all time, and they'd say either Raygun Mark II because it gets you to high rounds, or the PPSH if you've played World at War because it was not in Black Ops One
or Black Ops 2.
or Black Ops Two. Yeah, sorry, yeah, it
So
was not in Black Ops Two, so
yes,
that kind of sucked. But they put in the Raygun Mark II, which was kind of like a filler weapon, you could say.
yep. I mean the Ray Gun Mark II was pretty good. I still feel like you needed Pack a Punch or not Pack a
Oh,
Punch, PhD rather,
oh,
which wasn't on any of the maps except Grief.
oh, and
And
Origins.
yeah. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, for like just saying Black Ops 3 in general, I want PhD back. I want it on every map I can possibly get the Mustang and Sally. If you guys watch my videos or if you see anyone who uses the Mustang and Sally for high rounds, they need the PhD because you get trapped in corners, you get trapped in zombies, and what you want to do is shoot the ground and then boom, zombies are gone and you're not dead. That's what you need.
Yeah, agreed. What's your favorite perk?
This is this is
Don't say
a
jug. Or
yeah. I If it wasn't Jug, hands down PhD.
yeah, same.
But I thought when I started playing zombies at the start, I thought it was Speed Cola because Speed Cola. Oh, look at that fast reload. You've got a slow gun. Look at that fast reload. But now that I've actually stopped buying Speed Cola when I play Town or any kind of other map that that only has four perks, I usually just get either double tap or what is it, stamina up, just
Hmm.
for those filler perks because Speed Cola isn't needed and but it's just a good thing to have. So I'd say Speed Cola. What
Yeah, I
about
mean,
you?
if you're a really good trainer and you're able to like train well,
Hmm.
rape train zombies, then like you honestly don't need it. I just like having it, especially when I get like those LMGs like the LSAT and stuff. You kind of need it
Hmm.
because you don't want to get stuck in a tricky situation when you're out of ammo on your secondary gun.
Hmm.
But I understand where you're coming from for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So what's
let's
your favorite perk kind of thing?
PhD as well, for
Oh yeah,
sure,
yeah, cool, cool.
100%. It was so good on like in Black Ops 1. I loved it. It was so good.
Hmm. All right.
I was gonna ask you what your. We can go through each game starting in World
Mm-hmm.
at War and just name our favorite map maybe. What we
Yep.
liked about it so much. So starting in World at War, I would hope we both say Doris.
Yeah, Doris, of course. It was
Yeah.
just so much fun I've had on the map in World War. It
Yeah,
was
they
just so good.
introduced Pack a Punch.
Mm.
It just was the full package, I guess.
Yeah, of course.
It's really where everything started. So let's go into Black Ops 1. This is gonna be a little interesting.
Okay.
What's your
Hmm.
favorite?
Oh God, this is a hard one. At the time when Black Ops 1, all the DLCs were out, it was actually Ascension because the Thunder Gun with the dolls and just PhD on that map.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually that map. Now I think more on the side of I'm not counting Doris on that map because that's just put back in there.
Yeah.
But this is a hard one. I'd probably have to say either
You can.
Ascension or Moon.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, those are both
What about
good.
you?
Here's the thing, right? I love Ascension. Diving off the staircase with
Yeah.
PhD and just destroying zombies is awesome. I would say this is my favorite map, but it's not because of the monkeys.
Yeah, of course.
Easily
They
the
suck.
worst. That
Especially
was the dumbest thing they could have ever done. It
yeah,
was
especially when you're
horrible.
setting up, like how you set up to, get into a good game of
Except
zombies.
maybe the denizens. Those are like equally bad. But
Yeah.
from transit. But I would say my favorite is Shangri-La just because it is a very very hard map
Mm,
and it's rewarding almost being good at hard maps because you really appreciate everything about it more.
yeah.
And I think it was like it's a really really cool concept, like having all the different stuff in there, the spikes, the monkeys, the just everything about it was really cool. I really loved the layout, even though it was
Yeah,
really hard. It's just my favorite map, I would say, from Black
especially
Ops One.
the Wonder Gun, the Wonder Weapon. That was just a
Yeah, the
plus side on that one.
JBG man.
Oh, so
Still
much
to this
memories.
day, my favorite gun. Like I want that back in Black Ops 3 so bad.
All
Like
right,
there's
so
so many people that have never used that gun. If you think about it, like
oh yes.
like okay, we'll say the zombies community is 100 people.
Hmm.
I would say probably only like 10 people max have used it.
Oh, of course.
So because a lot of people started in Black Ops 2, they didn't really know Black Ops 1 and Zombies wasn't as popular back then either. It was popular, but it just was not as popular as it is now.
Yeah, of course. And
So,
plus with the if you think about it, not a lot of people actually bought that kind of DLC.
mhm.
Like currently on my PS3, on one of my PS3s, I do not have that map on there just because I bought it, I just haven't downloaded it. Um, but I have it on my other PS3, which is good. So it's just because of, accounts and stuff like that. But anyway,
Yeah.
not a lot of people actually bought that DLC. They bought the classic zombie maps because, the classics are the
I
classics.
think that was the only one I didn't buy because back then I wasn't a huge Zombies fan. I mean, obviously I have it now, but like back when I was actually playing, I was all multiplayer. I was
Yeah.
freaking beast. I was getting good at multiplayer back then. And that's really where, because I started in Modern Warfare 2, so it was like right after. But um, now going back and looking at it, like, man, I really wish I was involved in it back then, in this community rather. So
Oh yeah, of course. All right, so now moving on to Black Ops 2.
yeah, I'll go first with this
Yeah, you
one.
go first. You go first.
Definitely Mob of the Dead. I
Oh
just
yeah.
I'm a huge history guy. Like even Origins I like as well. That's my second favorite
Hmm.
all time behind Mob of the Dead. And the reason I like Mob of the Dead so much is not because of the map layout, because it is pretty hard. Like it's not the easiest map.
Oh yes, yeah,
Just the
like building
stuff
parts.
that's there,
Mm.
it's so complex. Having the
Mm.
golden spork Easter egg, the other Easter
Yeah.
eggs, like there's so much stuff, and just that map, like the Blundergat, getting the free one by throwing the Hell's Redeemer or Retriever, whichever one you got, and going to the San Francisco Bridge, crashing, Brutus. There's actually a real story that kind of coincided with this.
Mm.
It's just so cool. I love the characters as well.
Yeah, I just want to point out that I actually so I take history at school because I'm in year 9 and I got electives, so I took history, and we actually got to choose our own project, right? And so I thought, wow, I love zombies. I love it. And I love the map Mob of the Dead. I just don't play it as much as I should. And I thought, wait, Alcatraz, why not do it on that? So what I've been doing, I've been watching a lot of videos on Alcatraz, and the history behind that is actually amazing.
Yeah. The thing I like about Treyarch so much is like every single map they make, it's based off something for the most
Oh yeah.
part, and it's really really detailed. And here's another thing, guys. Chaos X Silencer did a poll. He does like a series on his channel where he basically does like map versus map. It's like a whole tournament thing. And the last two maps were Mob of the Dead and Origins, and Mob of the Dead 1. And
Yeah,
it lined up
that was cool.
exactly with my favorite, which is cool.
It,
But I just want to mention
mm.
that.
All right, so I think my favorite would have to be. I've always been a Nuketown kind of guy, but I wouldn't say that's my favorite. But I'd say it's up there, just because it's so easy. It's so easy to get to around 30.
You notice how people say that map's hard to train
Yeah,
on? I don't
it's not.
understand what you're doing wrong. Like
I'm actually
it's so easy. Like
I'm
you got,
actually wanting to do a strategy telling you guys about you know how you train in the greenhouse,
hmm
like around the greenhouse side. That's where you train. That's how you get to the high rounds, man. That's just
yeah,
easy.
and you get the ray gun Mark 2 and you're good.
Even if you don't have the Raygun Mark II, if you even have
Yeah,
the Raygun Mark One, which is
the
what
Galil,
Galil, yes.
the LSAT.
Alsat is a must-have eyes for points, I guess.
Yeah, and
It's
you
just,
also
but
kind of have to get lucky with the drops.
oh yes, yes, of course. But yeah, I'd have to say the Newtown or yeah, I'm a classic kind of guy. I'll go town, either Newtown or town. Yep, I'm just simple, I'm sweet, and I'm like that.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of redundant now, but I absolutely despise the fire. I never want
Yeah,
that in a zombies map ever again,
never.
especially on a map that you didn't have PhD on, like
Yeah.
town. Why would you have tombstone instead of PhD? Like,
But if you got to think about it, people were doing the glitches where you know, get down and force yourself to die, and then you come back and get those perks, so you can get all 7 or 8 perks. That was pretty cool. You gotta give
yeah,
credit to
no,
that.
that that's true, I guess. That was
Mm.
probably the best part about it, honestly. But
All right. So I guess that's our favorite maps. All done. I'd like to
yeah,
actually touch on a topic for the zombies community.
sure.
Just all right. So you guys know Yodi Slayer. He was a very big part of the zombies
Mhm.
community. Sadly, he passed away in a car accident. It's coming up. What is it? It's coming up the anniversary of his passing, which is a sad thing for some people, and some people you think of the happy side where I miss Yodi, let's go watch his video. he is I'd say he was a really big inspiration for most people. Just saying he was.
Yeah, in the zombies community for sure.
Yeah, and the zombies community. Let me see. All right, so Cynic put out a video 24th of October 2013. That was the day after Yodi Slayer passed away. So it's coming up. It's the 16th as we're recording this. It's probably the 15th for you, maybe kind of thing, or 16th. I don't know.
16th, yeah.
Anyway, so I just want to give a big, just put a point across. Once people pass away in the zombies community, like we had Yuri Slayer pass away, and it's not, it was a big impact on people's life. I believe that he's still here, watching everybody's zombies videos, watching us rape train, which that's where the saying came from. He was a big part of the zombies community, and he will be missed. He is missed right now. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of World at War Custom Zombies. If you've ever seen my channel,
Yeah.
um, I've posted so many, and there's a bunch that aren't even in the playlist because I'm just too lazy to re-add them. But there's a Yoda Slayer map,
Mm.
which I have not played yet, which I really need to play because
You got to play that, man.
yeah,
It's good. It's good. I've seen gameplay. I've
Yodi's
actually played it
Lair,
myself.
it's
Yeah,
called. So,
and that was put out a few months after his passing.
hmm,
And I know you remember he used to play Borderlands?
yeah,
Yeah, because Zombies wasn't the top rated thing at the time. Borderlands was out, and they actually put in a kind of computer generated person in Borderlands for Yodi Slayer after he
yeah.
passed away. Because he's the guy who played the hell out of
He
that,
made it
played the
popular.
made it popular, made zombies popular. It's just he did a lot for just everything, you know.
Hmm.
If we didn't have him, we wouldn't have um,
As
most of the
big of a
people.
community, yeah.
Yeah, just
It's
he
true.
will. He's just a big part that sadly we had to not let go, but miss every day. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some deep shit.
Yeah. Gotta add in the little highs and
Uh,
lows, I guess.
gotta. I mean, life has highs and lows, and mostly lows for some people, but gotta keep on keeping on.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm. That
Okay,
comes in. So probably I'd say the last topic, maybe
we'll see.
one last topic, or something. I just want to say, what is your Who was your inspiration to play zombies? Not to make YouTube videos, just to play zombies.
To play zombies. Okay. So when I first played zombies, it was obviously for fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say that the YouTuber that got me into it was Mr. Dalek JD,
Yep.
and he pretty much only posts zombies now on his channel for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I really really enjoy his content, and he kind of got me into it. Now I would say that, like, obviously I'm subscribed to a ton of different YouTubers.
Yes.
I have my top three. Number one is Mr. Raffle Waffles,
Yeah, he's very
just because
entertaining.
he's really really entertaining and he knows his stuff. My second favorite is Mr. T Lexify,
Yeah,
because
that
he's
the
hilarious.
energy he puts into his
Yes.
videos is boom. It's through the roof.
And then number three, I would still go with Mr. Dalek JD.
Yep.
Um, but man, like, we have a good community. It's pretty small right now.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
not it's not huge. I mean, there's so many other good people too that I didn't mention. Johnny J25, Laggin, Mailbox,
Mailbox, yeah, he's pretty good.
um,
Uh,
JFK Gamer.
JFK Gamer.
There's so many OG X-rays. There's so many people. City of Z.
I'll just go down my Twitter and I'll find everybody
Yeah,
that I that
basically.
I'm following.
And these are people we want to have on the show that I actually know a few of them. So just keep in mind of that.
Yeah.
But how about you? Besides
Um.
besides Yoda Slayer, I was assuming, because
Yeah.
he
Of
he
course.
kind of was an inspiration as well for me.
I'd say, like what started me to play zombies as a like for fun with friends was just actually buying the game and playing it. To actually make videos, to actually just have just a lot of fun with it and expand. Syndicate.
Hmm.
That's all I gotta say is Syndicate. But if I had a top three, Syndicate, of course, Mr. Dalek JD, he is a big influence, and Yodi Slayer. And people will give you shit for saying Syndicate because, oh, he's not a part of the zombies community anymore. And yes, you can totally understand that. But, he branched out into other games, which he was good at, you know?
Yeah, and he's definitely gonna be playing zombies in Black Ops
Oh,
3, no doubt.
yes, of course.
He's just one of those people that only likes Treyarch zombies, which is
Mm.
understandable.
Like, you'll play the Sledgehammer games, Zombies, and you'll only play that because that's the latest Call of Duty. Like, I played Extra Zombies because
The
that was just the latest zombies, you could say, quote unquote.
Yes, the same thing with me. I only played that because it was there and it was available, and I was sick of multiplayer.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it was fun for the first couple weeks when the map was out, but after you do the Easter egg and stuff, it's just like, okay, this is horrible. The EMP zombies, EMZ zombies.
Oh my
Don't
God,
even.
don't mention.
It's worse than the denizens. It's worse than the monkeys, and it's worse than the
It's
fire on town.
it's even worse than the Nova Crawlers.
Oh yeah, don't even get me
Oh,
started.
oh my God, EMZs, man. EM freaking Zs.
Yeah, horrible.
Oh my God. But, Sledgehammer gave it its best shot, and, it was fun. I would only play Extra Zombies with friends or if I was recording a video. Truth.
Same. I made a lot of
Just,
tutorials because I genuinely enjoyed the maps when they first come
mm,
out. It's cool learning everything, finding the Easter eggs and stuff. But
yeah.
this is, I guess, kind of the last topic, I guess, because we
Yep.
kind of. What's your favorite Easter egg?
Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hmm. That is a very good question, man.
I'm gonna talk about mine first,
Yeah, go ahead.
and it's not what you may think. Like obviously, Mom of the Dead and Origins, they're both awesome. Those
Mm,
are my favorite. Um, I would say my favorite, even though this map is so easy.
yeah.
I don't know, man. It's hard actually to think about. Okay, I guess I'll just say buried. It
Oh
is
yeah.
so easy, but
I,
the thing about the Easter egg is not easy.
oh no,
The
no.
the
But I
the
I like it because
hardest.
there's two ways you can go on that Easter egg.
Yes, exactly, which is really
There's
cool, and I hope they do
Richtofen
that as well in Black
and
Ops 3. But
yeah.
the part where you have to shoot the target at target practice,
Oh
when you
my
have four
God.
people doing that, man, that is crazy.
Some crazy, crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, dude, I cannot tell you how many times I've had to do that. Same thing
Mm,
with the wisps and
yeah.
like moving that thing. It's kind of hard as well.
Yeah, of course.
But how about you?
I would. Hmm. Now I think it's now. I would say I wouldn't say it's my favorite because I barely do Easter eggs on old maps, which I'm probably doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Five, the Easter egg where the Eminem song came on. I think it was five.
Yep, it is. Yeah, the red
Eminem song
telephones.
won't back down
Yeah, with
with like
pink.
with Pink. That it's a classic. It's a
I
classic. It's
won't
just
back
you're
down.
killing
Dun,
zombies
dun,
and
dun, dun.
it's pumping you up. It's pumping
Yeah.
your blood. Yeah,
Yeah,
hands
I
down. It's
didn't know
that.
we were doing songs because I could go on forever about songs.
Mm.
Rusty Cage. Who
Oh
doesn't want to listen to
yes.
Johnny Cash while you're using
Johnny
a
Cash on Mob of the Dead,
yeah
Rusty Cage as you're just killing some freaking zombies.
115 on Kino?
Yeah,
Great
classic.
song. The Moon Rocks. Man, there's so many good ones. Like all the old Black Ops 1 maps had awesome songs, and then they had Avenged Sevenfold and Black
Avenged
Ops 2.
Sevenfold, one of my favorite bands. Just saying, I enjoy their music.
I'm not really into their music. I really like Kevin Sherwood and the
Yeah.
music he makes with like the different people there, because
Mm.
I'm more of like a heavy metal type person, so
I
I like those songs with the double bass.
I like bass
Because
boosted
I play
heavy metal
drums. Yeah,
is
but it's like
yeah.
I don't know. I like those a lot.
Hmm.
They're really good songs in general. I really like the songs. I guess this will be the last final thing. If
Yep.
you could pick any artist to be in Zombies as a music artist that we haven't seen before, who would you want in there?
Oh, all right, yeah. Like just anyone off the
Anyone.
bat. All
Yep.
right. Do you know who Hobson is?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hobson. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like Logic.
Oh yeah, Logic. He's bringing out a new album now,
Yeah. I'm pumped for it.
coming out soon, and you can pre-order it now. You know, Logic's pretty good.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's pretty
That's the
much it.
podcast.
We didn't really have much rap artists, which I think they should add more of because I guess Zombies is more of like a heavy metal rock type thing though.
Oh yeah, of course. Like you're killing zombies. You wouldn't be
I'm
listening to
sure
them.
I'm sure there's going to be some really really good stuff
Mm,
as far as songs go cuz
yeah.
monitor Kevin Sherwood's Twitter every once in a while, seeing what he's listening to and a lot of the same bands he listens to that I listen to, which is cool.
All right.
But yeah. Oh man, I'm so excited for Black Ops 3. So, if you guys made it to this point in the video, comment Quick Revive down in the comment section. That's the name of the podcast. It's pretty
The
fitting.
Quick Revive podcast, and I think every time the podcast comes on, I think we're gonna have like something saying like, you know, if you want to get down, you gotta watch this freaking Quick Revive podcast. You know, something like that, something cheesy.
Yeah, help a friend out and quick revive that like button.
That is great. That's what we need.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, if you have something you want us to talk about, you can comment down below, and we'll get into it. So yeah, make sure you check
Yeah.
out Wilbo's channel, and if you haven't seen my channel, you can check it out as well.
Yep. This will be on my channel too.
So I think I'm gonna post this every Saturday morning for the most part, right now at least, and we'll see
Mm-hmm.
how that turns out in the future. But thank you guys. Seriously, the only reason we started this was to interact with you guys and the zombie community. So props to you guys.
Yeah. So I will be having all Greg's FPS's links in the description. His Twitter, his YouTube, you know, all that good stuff. And also, if you want to tweet us out some questions to talk about in the podcast, by all means, go tweet Greg, go tweet
Yes,
me. That's where
we're
the
both
links will be.
very active on Twitter.
Man,
That's
I've been
that.
so active on Twitter lately.
That's literally the only place to reach one of us.
Mm.
It's funny because like I when I'm at work, I sell mattresses. This is totally besides the point. This has nothing to do with it. Kind of
Mhm.
the after show, I guess. But I'm on my phone the entire time. Like it's so boring. Like
Yeah, I
it's
take
funny.
a forensics class, and throughout forensics, I'm on Twitter, and this today I was in forensics, and I was DMing Greg. I was just like, "Yo, what's going on with this podcast, man?" You know, I was in forensics, and the teacher's like, "Man, Will," she's like, "Will, what are you doing?" I'm like, "No, nothing, nothing, just you know." I think one time I actually said, "Yeah, I'm on Twitter." Straight up, "Yeah, I'm on Twitter," and she's like, "Okay,
Yeah.
all right."
All right,
So
guys. So seriously, thank you so much. This was a really good first podcast, I would say. Very
this
strong.
was.
So more to come, guys. Thank you
Yep.
for watching, and we'll
We'll
catch you
see you
later.
in the next podcast. Bye bye.
Peace.
Peace.